Saudações, parceiros, saudações. Eu sou o Diego Gabriel, sou um profissional do marketing digital com visão para a área social e educacional. Saudações, parceiros, saudações para o mundo melhor, mais justiça social. Para o mundo melhor, mais justiça social. Saudações, parceiros, saudações. Hi partners, hi. I am here. I am Diego Gabriel. I am one professional on marketing digital, on view social, and for education. Developer, marketing personnel for programs and marketing digital. Developer, marketing personnel for programs and marketing digital. Business, 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 business. Boy and internet, boy and internet. Business, business, business. Developer, market and image for programs and marketing digital. Developer, market and image for programs and marketing digital. Developer, market and image for programs and marketing digital. Developer, market and image for programs and marketing digital. Developer, market and image for programs and marketing digital. Developer, market and image for programs and marketing digital. Developer, market and image for programs and marketing digital. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Let's do it together, let's do it together. Translation, a tradução para a língua portuguesa disso é: eu sou, vamos juntos nessa, ou viajamos juntos nessa, vamos juntos nessa, ou viajamos juntos nessa. Hi partners, hi. I am Diego Gabriel. I am one professional on marketing digital, one view social and for education. I am one professional on marketing digital, one view social and for education. Techniques and innovation, solutions on internet, service and solutions on internet, service on solutions and internet, service and solution on internet, service on solution and internet. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Hi partners, hi. Hi partners, hi. Hi partners, hi. Developer, marketing personnel for programs and marketing digital. Developer, marketing personnel for programs and marketing digital. I am Diego Gabriel. I am one philosopher. I am one professional on marketing digital, one view social and for education. I am Diego Gabriel. I am one philosopher. I am one professional on marketing digital, on view social and for education. I am one professional on marketing digital, one view social and for education, for view social and for education. Techniques, innovation, techniques and innovation, techniques and innovation, techniques and innovation. No grandes erros, more force erros, no grandes erros, more force erros, no grandes erros, more force erros, no grandes erros, more force erros. Marketing and innovation, marketing and innovation. Marketing and strategy, marketing and strategy. No grand errors, more force errors. Techniques and innovation, techniques and innovation, techniques and innovation. No grand errors, more force errors. High partners, high. Developer, market personnel for programs and marketing digital. 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 New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for new partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. More education and more justice social on world. 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 Hi partners, hi. Hi partners, hi. Hi partners, hi. Hi partners, hi. Hi, hi, hi. I am one fighter. I am one fighter. I am one fighter. Developer, market personnel for products and image. Developer, market personnel for products and image. Developer, market personnel for products and image. Developer, market personnel for products and strategy. Developer, market personnel for products and strategy. Boy. Developer, market personnel for products and strategy. 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 Train for image and voice. Train for image and voice. Boy. Business and internet, business and internet. Marketing digital on internet, marketing digital on internet. Marketing digital on air of internet, marketing digital on air of internet. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. High partners high. High partners high, high partners high. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. High partners high, high partners high, high partners high. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Developer, market and image for problems on market digital. Developer, market and image for problems on market digital. Developer, market and image for problems in market digital. Train for marketing and strategy. 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 Let's go, partners. Come on for one new vision on Word. Let's go, partners. Come on for one new vision on Word. Train for image and voice. 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 Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. The force on marketing for products and impact. 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 The force on marketing for problems and journalism. The force on marketing for problems and journalism. The force on marketing for products and journalism. The force on marketing for products and journalism. Developer, market and image for problems and market digital. Developer, market and image for problems and market digital. Developer, market and image for projects in market digital. The service on market digital for solutions on internet. The service on market digital for solutions and internet. The services on market digital for solutions and internet. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. I am Diego Gabriel, I am one philosopher, I am one professional of marketing digital. On vision social and for education. One vision social and for education. One vision social and for education. I am Diego Gabriel, I am one professional on marketing digital. One vision social and for education. One vision social and for education. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. High partners high. New channels for news partners and internet for problems in marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for problems in marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for problems in marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for problems in marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for problems on marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs and marketing digital. New channels for news partners and internet for programs on marketing digital. Train for imaging voice. Filosofai. I am one administrator on marketing and career. I am one administrator on marketing and career. I am one manager on marketing and career. I am one manager on marketing and career. Developer, market personnel for projects and impact. 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 Hi partners, hi. Developer, market personnel for projects and impact. Developer, market personnel for projects and impact. Developer, market personnel for projects and impact. Hi partners, hi. Train for image and voice. 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 Hi partners, hi. Hi partners, hi. Hi partners, hi. Train for image and voice. 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 The force on marketing for products and impact. The force on marketing for products and impact. The force on marketing for products and strategy. The force on marketing for products and strategy. Techniques in marketing and strategy. Techniques in marketing and strategy. Techniques on marketing and strategy. Techniques on marketing and strategy. No grandes erros, more force erros. 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 Train for image and voice. 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 High parties high. More education and more X social on earth. More education and more X social on earth. I am Diego Gabriel. I am one philosopher. I am one manager on marketing professional. I am Diego Gabriel. I am one philosopher. I am one manager and marketing professional. More education and more X social on earth. 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 Train for image and voice. 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 Developer market personnel for programs and impact. Developer market personnel for programs and impact. Developer market personnel for products 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 and impact. Train for image and voice. 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 Hi partners, hi. I am Diego Gabriel. I am one philosopher. The force on marketing for products and engineer and strategy. The force on marketing for products and engineer and strategy. The force on marketing for products and strategy. the marketing for products and strategy, the marketing for programs and strategy, the marketing for programs and strategy, the marketing for products and strategy, the marketing for products and strategy. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, business, business, business. The service on marketing digital and internet for solutions. The marketing digital and internet for programs and solutions. The marketing digital and internet for programs and solutions. The marketing digital on internet for programs and solutions. The marketing digital and internet for programs and solutions. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, 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 train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Hi partners, hi. 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 Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Developer, market personnel for products and impact. Developer, market personnel for products and impact. Developer, market personnel for products and impact. Developer, marketing on image 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 for products and impact. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. High parties, high. Satisfaction. More education and more X social on oor. 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 Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. The first on marketing for products and impact. 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 The first on marketing for products and impacts. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. The first on marketing for products and impact. The first on marketing for products and impact. The first on marketing for products and impacts. The philosophy on marketing digital on internet for programs and solutions. The philosophy on marketing digital and internet for programs and solutions. The philosophy on marketing digital and internet for programs and solutions. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, 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 train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. The philosophy on marketing digital on internet for programs and solutions. The philosophy on marketing digital and internet for programs and solutions. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. The first on marketing for programs and impact. 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 The first on marketing for products 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 and impact. The first on marketing for programs and strategy. The first on marketing for programs and strategy. Adversity, and marketing and strategy. Adversity on 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 marketing and strategy. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Connections between partners on word. Connections between partners on word. Connections between partners on word. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Let's travel together, let's travel together. I am one fighter, I am one fighter. Projects on image for works and marketing tal. 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 The first on marketing for programs and corporations. The first on marketing tal and philosophy and marketing of corporations. The first on marketing tal on philosophy and marketing of corporations. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Business, business, business. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur, entrepreneur. High partners, high. Let's go. Come on, partners. Advanced for one new vision, one word. Come on, partners. Let's go. Advanced for one new vision, one word. Philosophy, philosophy, philosophy. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, 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 train for imaging voice. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Philosophy, philosophy, philosophy. Philosophy and administration, philosophy and administration, philosophy and administration. Philosophy on administration, philosophy on administration, philosophy on administration, philosophy on administration. Train for imaging voice. Developer market and image for programs and strategy. 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 Developer market on image for programs and strategy. Developer market on image for programs and marketing of strategy. Developer marketing on image for programs and marketing and strategy. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice, train for imaging voice. I am Diego Gabriel, I am one professional on marketing digital. I am one philosopher. I am one professional of information. I am one professional of information. I am one professional of information. I am one philosopher. I am one philosopher. I am one professional and philosopher. I am one professional philosopher. I am one professional philosopher. Developer, market personnel for programs em marketing digital. Developer, market personnel for programs em marketing digital. More educated em marketing social word. More educated em marketing social word. New era on connections and internet. New era on connections and internet. New era on connections and internet. New era and connections and internet. New era and connections on internet. New channels for news partners and internet. New channels for news partners for programs and marketing digital and internet. New channels for news partners and programs on marketing digital and internet. New channels for news partners and programs in marketing digital and internet. New channels for news partners and programs in marketing digital on internet. New channels for news partners and programs on marketing digital and internet. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. High partners high, high partners high, high partners high. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. High partners high, high partners high, high partners high. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. High partners high. Developer market personnel for products and strategy. Developer market personnel for products and strategy. Developer works for marketing and engineer. Developer works for marketing and engineer. Developer projects for marketing and engineer. Developer projects for marketing and engineer. Train for image and voice, 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 train for image and voice. Philosophy. Entrepreneur. I am one administrator on marketing professional. I am one administrator on marketing professional. I am one manager 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 and marketing professional. I am one manager and marketing professional. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. More education e more justiça social no Word. More education e more justiça social no Word. The relevance on marketing digital and vision of entrepreneur. The relevance of marketing social and vision of entrepreneur. Philosophy. The relevance on marketing digital on vision and entrepreneur. Philosophy. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. Developer market personnel for programs in marketing digital. 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 Developer market personnel for programs in image. 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 Developer market personnel for programs in projects in image. Developer market personnel for programs in projects of image. Developer market personnel for programs and projects on image. Developer market personnel for programs and projects of image. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice, train for image and voice. High partners high, more education e more justiça social no Word, more education e more justiça social no Word. More education and more justiça social no Word, 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 more education and more justiça social no Word. High partners high, I am Diego Gabriel, I am one professional on marketing digital for vídeo social and for education. Train for image and voice, train for image and voice. more education and more X social word, 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 more education and more X social word.